Hi, welcome to Simple Podcast Press Video Review. With so many tools out there claiming to amplify your podcast reach, finding one that genuinely boasts listener engagement can be tricky. Simple Podcast Press steps in as a WordPress plugin, promising to make your podcast website effortless and interactive. But does Simple Podcast Press really deliver on its promise to simplify your podcasting experience? In this review, we will break down everything you need to know about Simple Podcast Press, from its ease of setup and standout features to users' experiences and pricing. By the end, you have a clear picture of whether Simple Podcast Press can take your podcast website to the next level, or if it's worth exploring other options. Let's dive in. Before we dive deeper, here is a quick overview of Simple Podcast Press. Simple Podcast Press is a WordPress plugin designed to simplify podcast publishing and increase engagement by seamlessly integrating your podcast episode into your website. Next up, let's take a closer look at what Simple Podcast Press offers. 1. It offers you an automatic episode publishing. That is, Simple Podcast Press automatically publishes new episodes on your website as soon as they are available on your podcast feeds, saving time and ensuring your website is always up to date. 2. It offers you a customizable podcast player. That is, it offers a customizable audio player with options for colors and branding, allowing you to match the player to your website styles and improve user experience. 3. It integrates with popular email marketing tools, enabling you to capture listeners' email directly from the player. This will help you grow your mailing list and stay connected with your audience. 4. It offers you a click-to-tweet and social sharing options. That is, it includes social sharing options and a click-to-tweet feature, making it easy for listeners to share favorite moments or episodes on social media, which can drive more traffic and increase reach. Here are what some users have said about it. This is Dave. Dave said, "We all want to connect with our audience. We want subscribers. We want to promote our shows, and we want feedback. Simple Podcast Press does all this in one plugin." This is Harry. Harry said, "Hands down, Simple Podcast Press is the best way to grow your podcast audience and email lists. With customizable layout, it has quickly become my top recommended resource for podcasters." This is Mark. Mark said, "Annie has developed a player that puts listeners and podcasters first, simple, elegant, and speedy. Simple Podcast Press is a player that gives listeners the opportunity to get much more involved with your show over and above simply tuning in. Annie really understands the podcasting industry and continues to make all our lives easier. Top work." This is Mike. Mike said, "Simple to use and very powerful. This plugin is packed full of features to help podcasters to build their audience effectively. I love the international iTunes review, and in fact, it integrates well with the main podcast media host, makes it a no-brainer for beginners and podcasting pros alike." Now, let's dive into the pricing and see if it's worth the investment. Simple Podcast Press offers various pricing plans to accommodate different user needs. The pricing can vary based on the type of plan you choose. However, the base minimum plan to get started with is $67. The base minimum plan to get started with is $67. If you want to see other pricing plan as to its features and to what it entails, and also to see the plan that is most suitable for your own usage, There is a link in this video description that you can actually click on to see the full pricing packages and the offers and discount that comes with it. To see the most suitable plan for your own usage, there is a link in this video description you can actually click on to see the full pricing package and the offers that comes with it. Again, the buyer's minimum plan to get started with is $67. Now to my personal thoughts. Having experienced Simple Podcast Press coupled with the experiences of other users across the reputable platforms across the internet. All things considered, here is my final take. Simple Podcast Press is an efficient, feature-rich plugin that simplifies podcast integration and enhances audience engagement on WordPress sites. Its automatic episode updates, customizable players, and built-in email capture option makes it a valuable tool for podcasters aiming to increase visibility and interaction with their audience. It delivers great results and serves the intended purpose well, and of course, it can be better. In conclusion, if you think Simple Podcast Press is something you want to try out or check out, you can click on a special link in this video description to get started at a very unusual discounted price you won't find elsewhere. If you think Simple Podcast Press is something you want to try out or check out, you can click on a special link in this video description to get started at a very unusual discounted price you won't find elsewhere. Thank you so much for watching my review. If you found it helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more insightful content. If you have questions or need more info about Simple Podcast Press, drop your inquiries in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated with all our latest videos. Thanks again for tuning in and see you next time.